the Mastery Mindset podcast channel. Master your mind and unleash your potential. Hey there, lovely listeners. Welcome back to another inspiring episode of the Mastery Mindset podcast channel. Today we're delving into a topic that resonates with all of us at some point in our lives: overcoming fear and stepping out of our comfort zones. Now, I know we're not going to be talking about diving headfirst into the unknown, but we will explore some incredible ways to conquer those nagging fears and embrace growth. Stick around till the end, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Let's dive in, shall we? Let's jump right in. Hey there, listeners. Before we dive into the nitty-gritty of practical tips, let's take a moment to unpack the concept of fear itself. Now, don't get me wrong, fear isn't always the bad guy in the story. It's more like that watchful friend who reminds us to check both ways before crossing the street. But, sometimes fear overstays its welcome and becomes that overprotective friend who insists you stay in your comfort zone forever. Imagine this. What if Amelia Earhart had allowed her fear of flying to dictate her life? We wouldn't be talking about the fearless aviation legend we know today. So, let's try to see fear as a guiding voice, nudging us towards growth, rather than a stern jailer keeping us confined. Remember that moment when you held back from taking on a new project because it felt out of your comfort zone? Yep, you guessed it, that was fear pulling the strings. But guess what? We're about to kick fear to the curb and show it who's really in charge. Alright, picture this scenario: your boss approaches you and asks you to give a presentation at the next big meeting. Suddenly, your heart starts doing a marathon, your palms turn into mini waterfalls, and your mind goes full-on disaster mode, imagining every possible way things could go south. Trust me, we've all been there. So, how do you conquer the mighty fear of public speaking? Well, it's all about taking baby steps. Start small. Begin by sharing your thoughts in a casual team meeting where the stakes are lower, and you're among friendly faces. Gradually, as you build confidence, start venturing into bigger arenas with larger audiences. It's like training for a marathon: the more you push yourself, the stronger you become. And hey, even those charismatic TED Talk speakers. Yep, they weren't born owning the stage. They started somewhere too, just like you and me. Hey there, listeners. Now, let's dive into a topic that's both thrilling and nerve-wracking: embracing change for the sake of growth. Imagine our comfort zones as those cozy nests we've built for ourselves, shielding us from the unknown. Stepping out of them, well, that's like taking a plunge into an icy ocean, exhilarating yet bone-chilling. But here's the deal: it's outside these snug zones where the magic of growth unfolds. Think about Tim Cook, who took on the monumental task of leading Apple after the irreplaceable Steve Jobs. It was like stepping into a spotlight that's been blindingly bright for decades. But guess what? Tim rose to the challenge, guided the company through uncharted waters, and led it to even greater heights. You see, change might be intimidating, but it's also where those sneaky opportunities are hiding, waiting for us to grab them. Alright, let's paint a scenario. You've been in the same job for what feels like a lifetime, but deep down, you're yearning for something new, something different. Terrifying, isn't it? Well, here's a secret. Life's most exhilarating chapters usually start right outside the pages of our comfort zone. Think of it as turning the page to discover a whole new adventure. So, you're dreaming of switching careers? Fantastic! It's like embarking on a journey to explore uncharted lands. Start by immersing yourself in research about your desired field. Take courses, learn the lingo, and connect with experts in the field. Building a network is like having fellow adventurers on this exciting path. And you know what they say, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So, craft a plan to transition gradually, allowing yourself to acclimate to the changes without being overwhelmed. Just like the incredible J.K. Rowling, who went from struggling to a household name worldwide, you too can pen your own success story, rewriting your narrative and embracing the thrill of the unknown. Alright, let's dive into a realm we all know a little too well, the relentless what-if monster. You know, that nocturnal creature that thrives on our doubts, ensuring we toss and turn through the night. But hey, here's the ultimate scoop. Those what-ifs are like actors in a horror movie. They're way scarier in our imagination than they are in reality. Let's take a moment to ponder Marie Curie. She was unafraid to confront the what-if monster when she ventured into the realm of radioactivity. Her curiosity, her determination to question the unknown, ignited a revolution that changed the course of history. Now, isn't that awe-inspiring? So, the next time your mind starts running wild with doubts, let's turn the tables. How about challenging those what-ifs with a dose of optimism? What if you soar higher than you ever dreamed? What if your capabilities are like hidden treasures waiting to be discovered? Now, picture this, you're harboring this incredible idea for a side hustle, one that could set your passions on fire and your wallet aflutter. But wait, those pesky what-if storm in like party crashers, raining on your parade. What if it fails spectacularly? What if people just don't get it? Well, gather round, because I've got a gem of a story for you. Let me introduce you to Sarah Blakely, the genius behind Spanx. She, my friends, danced with those exact what-if. Armed with a wild notion and a modest $5,000, she leaped into the abyss of the unknown. And guess what? Today, she stands as a billionaire entrepreneur, having built an empire on the back of an audacious vision. So, let's take a leaf from her playbook. Start small, like a seedling pushing through the soil, and let those what-if transform into stepping stones toward your aspirations. You've got this. And there you have it, my fearless companions. As we gracefully wrap up this episode, I want to leave you with a thought to hold on to. Growth and greatness, my friends, they are like undiscovered treasures that lie just beyond the boundaries of our cozy comfort zones. Throughout this journey, we've delved into the art of understanding fear, the courage to embrace change, and the craft of taming that pesky what-if monster. It's these very ingredients that cook up the recipe for transformative change in our lives. I hope you're sitting there, tingling with inspiration and gearing up to conquer the world, one courageous step at a time. And before we part ways, let me sprinkle a dash of friendly advice. If you found even a whisper of wisdom in our conversation today, don't be shy, hit that subscribe button. And hey, why keep this treasure trove of insights to yourself? Share it with friends who could use a dash of courage in their lives. So, until our paths cross again in the vast expanse of podcast land, remember this. Push those boundaries, embrace the uncharted, and keep nurturing that mastery mindset within you. You've got this, my friend. And that's a wrap for today's dose of wisdom on the Mastery Mindset podcast channel. If you're still hungry for more nuggets of life-altering wisdom, don't forget to hit that trusty subscribe button and stay connected. Until next time, keep the flames of your mastery mindset burning bright.